Hey guys, welcome back. Pentacast podcast 3, and this time same situation as last week. Everyone was busy, so instead of getting Rory, because he is also busy, literally he's eating dinner. Somewhere I think, I don't know, but
we never know where he is.
he's always up to something, Rory. But we got Cool Kestrel, aka Josh.
Yes, 'cause they're not dead yet.
He's not dead yet.
Yes,
so we got him as a bit of a special guest. Now today we're gonna go over Cyberpunk and their delay. We're gonna go over the game getting delayed again. Then we'll probably talk briefly about Skate 4 possibly being made. Now last week I said we'll get out the rest of the boys top 5 games, but yeah, they're kind of not.
They're all too lazy to do anything.
We'll do Josh's top 5. After that, we'll probably talk about Last of Us 2. Maybe a bit of Fortnite and the Season 3, which only Josh knows anything about, I'll be honest. I don't care.
Yeah, I can take my brother.
Then I'll probably talk about MLB versus the owners and the little battle they're having over contracts and how much the players are going to get paid in the season restart. Because I always go to squeeze in sport. I have somehow done that in every episode.
Well done, I congratulate you.
But I want to pull a quick one before we talk about Cyberpunk, Josh. This one is, you got tested for Corona today.
Yes, I did.
How was it?
Imagine having a pen shoved up your nose and then triple that in pain and discomfort. That's as close as I can describe it to. It's the most painful thing ever. It's like a 2-inch little strip of metal with the cotton swab on the end just shoved up your nasal cavity.
Oh god.
And on both sides, and then don't do it, kids. It's terrifying.
I hope I don't get sick.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm lucky knowing my parents. They'll probably just get over it. Drink
water.
Be
like, get good, kid.
Drink water, kid.
Drink water, be health.
Yeah, let's talk about Cyberpunk 2077. I can never say the 2077 right. It happens every time. It got delayed again.
It's just one of your physical incapabilities.
Yeah. It got delayed. Yeah. I think this is the second or third time Cyberpunk has been delayed. It was originally supposed to actually come out in April 2020, so it should already be out originally. Then it got pushed back to September, and now it's being pushed back from September to November. So yeah, apparently this is because the game's finished. But they just want to, I guess, fix it up a bit, put some finishing touches on it. So the game's actually finished. They just want to fine tune it so it's not buggy.
So that they can add an extra $100. So they can add an extra $100 to the price for no apparent reason, just for an extra texture. Just yes, the extra texture was required.
I mean, I respect that. But you'd think they'd be able to get that done in those still few months that are left, but I'm not sure what's going through the developers' heads right now. They might be thinking, well, the game's finished, but there's this really good feature we want to add, and it's going to take us maybe a bit longer, so let's push back the game again and annoy literally every fan ever. It's especially annoying because we know the game's finished.
Yeah.
It's done. If they released it, it would still be, good. They just want to fine-tune it. Now, that I actually really respect. Most other companies would be like, alright, cool, the game's finished, let's pump it out as soon as possible.
And we'll fix it. We'll fix it with updates.
Yeah, and fix it over time.
Yeah.
But
we're just doing a Modern Warfare and add a 200 gigabyte update. Thanks for that. My computer killed itself after that.
But I have a lot of respect for the devs now, who... That's already signs that the game should be good. I've got hiccups, Jesus.
You'd hope.
That's signs that they are committed to making this game good. They're committed to making sure the game is all fancy and runs perfect. And I really respect that, and it's something more companies should do. Because it's really annoying when we get the game and then it's unplayable.
And it doesn't run.
Because there's 50,000 bugs that this will not go away. Okay.
It just doesn't got Modern Warfare 3 on us all over again.
Yeah, or
Modern Warfare 3 doesn't like my PC either.
Or Halo Reach or something. Like,
Reach despises my computer. It forgot how to. It actually deleted itself after 3 weeks. It
but,
uninstalled a necessary file. I was
yeah.
like, oh, alright, cool.
I mean, it was pretty it's probably all the bugs that are still left in the game. Yeah, those were pretty unnecessary. Just delay the game. I don't care if I have to wait 2 more months if the game is going to be 10 times better and more polished and not buggy, okay? I'm fine to wait that. And I think that's why I have respect for Cyberpunk even more than I already do, because they got Keanu Reeves in the game. I'm happy. Seriously,
I almost forgot about
Keanu
that.
Reeves in the game is like good enough for me. Now, as well, this is kind of self-explanatory, but all the post-launch content has also been delayed. So it's like your DLCs. Apparently the multiplayer mode's been pushed back. So
multiplayer?
Yeah,
that would have been interesting.
So pretty much everything's been pushed back.
Yeah.
Once again, they do what they want to do. If they think they need 2 more months or 2 more months than they already had, onto what they already had, sorry, and that's gonna make the game better. I don't care.
Go ahead,
I
be
just
my
want
guest.
a good game. Yeah, I just want a good game to play. And I have a lot of respect for developers who do this, but
it makes the game playable.
Yeah, it makes the game's actually like, fun to play. But yeah, I guess that's it for that. Let's talk about Skate 4.
This one's a fun one.
There isn't much news on it at all. It's just been announced.
It's very shrouded over.
EA is working on a skate game. Now,
which pleases me a lot because I loved them all.
Now,
thank you.
I'm scared. They haven't made a skate game since like what, 2011? Skate 3.
2011 or 12, yeah.
Yeah, it was back then. Back then, EA was good. Want proof? Madden was still decent.
Madden didn't have 1,000 bugs or DLCs.
No,
or microtransactions.
That's not now. They don't have DLCs nowadays. They have no content.
Really?
I guess yes. 2011, that era of Madden still wasn't as good as the 2009 to, or like the era before it, like the mid 2000s era of Maddens, which were amazing and the best Maddens ever.
I've never played it.
The games now are terrible. Like, at least this isn't a period where EA still could make a game that at least had content.
Hey, remember Battlefront 2 and how many transactions that had?
Yeah, but this is still in a good era of EA, and that was when the last one came out. I'm scared for my life that EA is gonna pull a Battlefront. They're gonna pull a Battlefield 5. They're gonna pull a Madden 13, and the game will have no content. It'll be full of microtransactions, and it will be buggy as all hell. I'm scared to death that this game will be terrible. Okay? Because there are a lot of beloved people and a lot of people who love this franchise. Right? Yeah. And
love them.
And like,
I know. I grew up playing Skate 2 and 3. Like, they were the games I lived with for 3 or 4 years.
And then
I found Ghosts. What a lovely trap that was.
And then, like,
we won't talk
it's
about that.
out of nowhere. I'm scared that they're gonna stuff this game up. Honestly.
Yeah, like they've got a good franchise to build off. Like Skate 3 was Skate 3 was a massive hit.
Yeah.
And like, there's nothing that could have gone better with that. But if they possibly somehow manage to screw up Skate 4, or like say they put it at the bottom of the ocean like they've done with Fortnite,
we'll get to that later.
we'll leave that one off for a second. If they somehow manage to screw it up, I'm gonna be very upset because I'm gonna pre-order this game as soon as it's available to pre-order. Like I will gladly spend $130 on the game, like if that's what it costs.
Yeah,
because it probably will.
Here's the thing. Like, it's not confirmed Skate 4, okay? We know that.
Sadly.
So, it could just be like... it could be a Skate 3 remake. Imagine that.
Yeah, honestly, that wouldn't actually be the worst thing, because Skate 3 was quite nice. I enjoyed that. my favorite bit about it was when you got, like, the Thrasher points, and you're going down, like, the massive quarry ramps, and then you hit the wall, and you get the Thrasher 1000, and you're like, oh my god, I feel like a god.
I think most people would probably prefer a normal Skate game. Right.
Yeah. I know, if they redid Skate 3, I wouldn't be upset. I really wouldn't.
Yeah.
But Skate 4 would be nice too. A good one.
Yeah,
So.
Skate 4 would be pretty good. So, Josh, I'll be honest, I didn't play much Skate. I'm just more talking for the fan base, but just go through can you just have a rant about what happens if they stuff up this game? Because that's a big possibility with EA.
If they stuff up this game,
could be one of the great games of all time, which is kind of unlikely, or it could be a massive stuff up, which is probably a lot more likely. I mean, I've lost all trust in EA. I'll be completely honest.
I don't know. I pre-ordered Battlefront 2. What a waste that was. $130 down the drain because I pre-ordered it with a DLC. That was, the DLC was okay, but it wasn't worth it. But yeah, so I pre-ordered it, and that was a flop. Because Battlefront 1 was good. I thought, this is going to be okay. If it does a Battlefront 2, then I just about think I'm going to, quit with EA games entirely, delete every EA game I own. I own, 6. A lot of which I think 5 of which I paid for. One of them was because I got it for, basically jack nothing because my cousin had it first.
Yeah.
And I'm, cheapskate me, decided to steal it off a USB. Yeah. Oh no, he figured a way for it to work. Yeah. It worked great. Free game. Good.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
But yeah, if they screw it up, oh hell, there's gonna be a lot of hate mail going directly to EA.
If they stuff this up. And
EA's never gonna financially recover from it if they do.
Well, they will because it's EA and they have a lot of money.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Let's talk about Last of Us 2.
The one I know nothing about.
Speaking of, this is a game that is getting bad traction because it's a beloved franchise right now. Yeah, people don't like it, okay? Now, I will say, if you do not want to be spoiled, okay, Rory, if you're listening.
Stop listening, Rory. It's time to leave.
Skip probably, I don't know, 5 minutes? I don't know. Or just skip till you hear the music for the break, because we're probably going to take a break after this.
I reckon that'd be a good idea.
Yeah. So, because we have a little surprise after the break, which I've had to organize mid goddamn podcast. You'll see what that is. But Last of Us 2 is apparently not that good. Now, apparently the story's okay, but it's also trash. There's not much gameplay, but the gameplay's good. And apparently it's an SJW mania, which I do not really. I just am going to push that off to the side because all I care about is the actual game. People don't like it. People do not like this game. Now, the first Last of Us, everyone loves. Many consider it to be one of the great games.
I've never actually played it. I'm going to be very honest.
Well, you've never been... It's a PS4 exclusive. It's a PlayStation... It's a staple of the recent PlayStation era. Now, a lot of people are unhappy with characters dying. People are... This is where... I'm not going to say who, because, to be honest...
Rory's probably not going to skip because he's a little bit like that. Yeah, Rory's going to be like, no, I want to hear the spoilers.
Just in case you didn't skip, I don't want to spoil this because apparently the story is still decent.
No, that's a good start then. They've got something going for it.
But apparently it's basically a movie. But you just every now and then you get to walk every now and then.
So it's like, for example, Call of Duty World War II, where it's just a cutscene for 90% of the gameplay in the campaign.
Call of Duty World War II, half of the gameplay is quick time events.
That too,
just spamming buttons every 5 milliseconds.
I played World War II just for the campaign. That was a waste of money.
The campaign was terrible too.
Yeah, 60% of it was literally just cutscenes,
quick time events. And
the
other 40% was gameplay. I don't know. It wasn't a great.
I know the flying was fun.
Yeah, apparently Last of Us is about 85% cutscenes and 15% gameplay. It might even be worse, to be honest. So, I guess let's just wait and see. We'll probably bring this topic up again when people, because it's kind of just released and there's gonna be barely. I doubt there's a single person who actually wants to talk about the game that has finished the game all the way through, because it would take ages to finish, probably a day's worth of playing. So,
You haven't met the ultimate quick
probably
runner.
are some people that have finished it all the way. But I guess there is a lot of hate. There are people who are just hating it because of the SJW stuff, which, to be honest,
I don't know. I don't know
I'm
what
just
that's
gonna
about.
wait. But yeah,
I only just heard the game existed until now. I forgot The Last of Us existed until today.
Yeah. So
when Caleb brought it up about 5 minutes ago. Thanks, Caleb.
No problem. We're gonna take a break now. I hope you like the little surprise we have coming. But yeah, we'll be back in a second. Alright, guys, we're back from the break, and our surprise is we have another guest coming along.
Drumroll, please.
A new member called Lockie. His channel is called Skids. He posts every now and then. If you're into cars, check him out.
Check it out.
Yes, hello there.
He's came in and he's here to as a bit of another special guest to join halfway through. I thought this would spice up the podcast a bit. So, now we're going to talk about our top 5 games. Lockie and Josh both have their top 5 games of all time. We'll go Josh 5, then Lockie's 5, Josh 4, then Lockie's 4, and you get the point from there, etc. Same with me and Rory last week, how we did it. How we'd say our 5, and then say the 4s, then we'll talk about each game, what we remember, what we like about the game, what we miss about the game, and why it's in our top 5. So, who wants to go first?
Sure. Are we gonna go favorite first or least favorite first?
So go 5 to 1. So Josh go 5, then Lockie 5, then Josh 4.
That doesn't help. Is 5 favorite or least favorite?
5
so
is
go from the bottom to the top.
Yeah, bottom to top.
Okay.
So your 5th favorite.
Cool.
If that makes sense.
Alrighty. Okay. So, coming in at number 5 for me would be Civ 6. Now, this has been a fun one for me. Caleb knows how much fun this game is.
Civ 4. Just saying, Civ 4 was my number. It was my number 2 as well. I think Civ 4 was my number 2, and Black Ops 1 was my number. Black Ops 2 was my number 1.
Damn.
That pretty much we're both Civ fans. If you want to hear me rant about how much better Civ 4 is than any other Civ game, check out last week.
We've got a video for that one.
But Josh has a reason why it's Civ 6 is favorite.
I've only ever played Civ 5 and 6, and Civ 5 was a bit of a letdown for me. Civ 6 brought it back. Yeah.
Yeah, Civ 6 is a really good game. I play it every now and then.
It's great fun, but it also brings the worst out in people.
It does.
To me,
it also brings the worst out in Gandhi.
To me, it's when you get to the atomic era, and then Gandhi decides to be like, I have nukes again. After you wipe out half of his entire army. Yeah. And then he's like, guess who's back with nukes this time? And then he kills your entire army, 3 others in one time. Yeah. Like, that's terrifying.
Alright, Lockie, your 5th favorite.
My number 5 would be GTA 4.
Ooh.
It's because the story mode drags on for so long.
It does. I think my biggest problem with GTA 4 is how half the map is locked off.
Oh, that too. That's real annoying.
I remember. So they did that with GTA 3 too, because in the initial cutscene for GTA 3, the bridge is just like split in half by a van exploding or something like that.
Yeah, so when I played it last, I tried swimming over to the other side, and I just got 5 stars instantly. I had the full military.
Damn.
It's like, that's one good thing about GTA 5. Like, soon as you do the first mission, also you can explore the whole map.
Yeah, it unlocks easily. Yeah.
Where GTA 4, after you've got to finish about half the story to unlock the other side, half the map.
Yeah.
And apart from that, though, the story itself is pretty good.
But there are some upsides to it. You can still go across bridges and stuff, but you have to pay tolls, and I don't like that idea.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably trying to fit the realism of living in New York too.
It
looks it's just like GTA, just like every GTA game. It's very similar to the actual.
Yeah, they've almost ripped off the entire city. It looks great.
But think about it. When it came out, it was top notch.
Yeah, for its
that
time,
would've
even
been
to this
now-
day, the
in the
graphics
scene.
is still pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I know. I
compare it
actually
to
played a
GTA
demo of it.
5. Compare GTA 4 to GTA 5. It's just
Yeah,
times have changed and we've got more updated. You can do more stuff now.
yeah.
Hmm.
I think
Like-
one thing I loved about GTA 4 was buying the Soviet Russian hat, because you don't know, the entire game you play as a Russian immigrant
Mm.
in New York, right? Or Liberty
Oh wow,
City.
wow, 4 does look amazing. Holy
Yeah,
hell!
it does.
Damn, I didn't.
I
Played a demo of it
I
once.
remember I always had the Russian hat,
Yeah,
the
it's
Soviet
your
hat.
thing.
I love doing jobs for the drug dealer in it. I don't know why. It's funny.
So
I know.
it's an iconic game. Thank you, Nico.
Yeah, it's neat.
Damn.
Alright, Josh,
What
number
about the
4.
cutscenes where
Well,
when they're in
my
their
number
own
4
teams
is
and whatnot?
actually a fifth.
What's a
GTA
fifth?
5 specifically.
GTA
G-
5.
yeah,
Ooh.
it only comes in at fourth.
I
Yeah,
think
screw
it was 4 for me as well.
yeah, screw you, Forza 4. You were there, and then I cut you out last minute because I forgot the game existed. But yeah,
You're
no,
sort of like Rory, where you played it like recently. Like Rory
I've
spoke to me, like
yeah.
it was on the.
I
I'm pretty
I
sure it was on his list, and he's only barely played it.
I used to play 3 all the time. Number 3 was my favorite for 3 solid years. No, like no joke.
Yeah.
But it was so fun. I loved it. I was 9 when I first played GTA. I was so happy with
I
myself
was yeah.
because it took me an hour of convincing my dad to say it was just a car game. Ha! So little did he know there was also a lot of lesser, yeah,
Yeah.
favored things. Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
And 5's better.
GTA 5 is just, to this day, really good.
Mm.
Yeah. Lockie, your turn, number 4.
My number 4 is GTA 5.
Ooh. So
A common error.
that's 3, maybe 4. I think Rory might have had it at number 4 for him as well. I know he had it somewhere.
Yeah. But GTA 5, I don't know. It just
Something about
is
it.
good.
there's a weird vibe about it that I get sometimes when I
I was
play
gonna say, quite quickly. I want to add on to it. I built up my criminal enterprise very quickly, which also led me to a short stop of not being able to do many things like
Yeah.
how others would.
That's why you play
Because
that's why you play story.
Yeah, I
The
played
story
story.
is phenomenal.
I could play the story in 2 weeks. Give me a break.
Yeah.
But it was actually quite short. I redid a lot of missions because I enjoyed them, or I was just retarded and couldn't do anything.
Did you finish all 3 endings?
Yes, all 3
Lockie,
endings.
have you done all 3?
I finished the third one today.
Yes, and I've also how
Let's try not to spoil
how
it.
messed
'Cause
up is it?
a lot of people
Oh.
actually don't know
When you
there's
have to
multiple
kill
endings.
Michael.
Trevor's ending hurts a little. I was
Yeah.
sad to see Trevor go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael's ending was also. I
I
think.
know. I really didn't care for Michael.
out of
I have no
them-
remorse.
Yeah. I think
Uh,
definitely Death Wish. I said this last week. Death Wish is the superior ending. Everyone knows
Oh yeah.
it. A
Oh, yeah.
lot of people refuse to play the others. Most people go straight to Death Wish. It's the best
May
one.
I add, Caleb? It took me 7 attempts to get Death Wish right. That's how much fun it was for me. Like I would get something wrong just micro minusculely. Like I would miss an enemy by a little bit, and I've got to restart the entire thing. I I went for 100% hit rate on that mission.
It was good.
Okay.
Alright, Josh.
Great. Mhm.
Number 3.
Number 3 would go to Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I love this game, really do.
How's it number 3? It's to be higher, Josh. What are you doing?
Okay, you can take my other 2. You can take my other 2, which literally knock it out of the park. Okay.
Okay. I had
Yeah.
Black Ops 2 at number 1.
Okay, don't blame me. So Black Ops 2, I've never actually fully owned the game. You know, I've borrowed it from like a cousin here and there. You know, played it at other people's houses. But it's always been one of those games where I've just wanted to finish it, but never have because you know time restrictions and all that. And yeah, I've been told the campaign's amazing.
So,
But what I love most about it,
mates over as well.
it is.
Yeah.
It's
that's why I loved it so much because we
Yeah.
used to have this thing. A few friends and I, we'd all go to the one house for a night, and we'd stay up the entire night just trying to get better at each other by some way. Like you know, for me, it was the
it's not like
cool,
GTA.
nasty shots.
It's not like GTA where you have to. Oh yeah, I'm gonna play now, and I'll the other mate sits on his computer or whatever.
Yeah.
Not like that. Whereas you can both play, or you can have your computer open, both still playing, have music blast, and
split
whatever.
screen. Oh,
Yeah,
I miss
exactly.
split screen on COD so much. Like the new CODs don't have split screen. I miss it, man.
Really?
Or they have
That's
split screen.
mad.
It's like two. It's like two player. Four
Yeah.
4 player Black Ops 2 split screen. Although actually looking at it was kind of cancer. It's one of those things where it's like bad, but it has a good nostalgic vibe, and it's actually still pretty good. And
Yeah.
it's one of those things you took for granted. Really,
Mm.
4 player split screen. I miss it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Those are the days.
Lockie, number
My
three.
number 3 is Farming Simulator 2019.
Ooh, that doesn't
Oh,
surprise
I
I,
me
love
knowing
this
you.
game.
I like the idea of it,
Yeah,
but I don't like how you have to you start off with a small farm and
gotta build it up.
you got to build it up, yeah. Because if you go out and buy a real farm, like in today's world, you get like 200 acre, 100 acre, or something like that.
Yeah,
And the one in Farming Sim 2019, once you first load in, you don't. You have to buy like a truck and all that stuff. You get $1,000 to spend on like a ute and all that.
yeah,
That's a
So
little limiting.
that's yeah, because in real life you could spend as much as you want, really, if you
yeah.
want.
See, I played it. I used to have it on my computer, and I played it for a
Mm.
bit, and I modded it, and so I modded it to the point where I had this lovely thing called forest fires, being a bastard to me.
Oh yes,
You know,
I
you
like
have
that
like
mod. I
yeah,
like
so you
that
have like
mod.
it's a massive, you have your massive farm. A forest fire wipes out half of your crop because you're not careful enough,
Oh
and you're
no,
like,
I don't
oh.
do that. I had a mod where you could like you could burn down the forest, but you could control it at the same time.
Oh,
So
so
like
it's sort of
Mm.
like
burner.
burn offs.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, no.
actually
So
be
I had it was called wildfires. It killed everything.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Josh, number 2.
Number two goes to Skate 3.
And this is
This,
ironic.
Oh,
We were
I haven't
talking.
played
We
the
were
game
talking
in
about this
so long.
earlier for the Skate 4 announced, Lockie.
mm,
Is there actually?
Oh yeah, they're making a new skate game. We
Oh
went a
hell
bit more
yeah!
in depth earlier.
Oh hell
yeah.
yeah!
So Skate 3, I had a lot of fun memories growing up with this game. I
Who
think
doesn't? Come
I
on,
Yeah,
honestly.
we got it when we got our Xbox 360. It was the first game we got after Drive of San Francisco. That was another good one.
Mm.
So we got
Didn't it
Skate
also come
3.
out on iPads? It came out on iPad too.
Probably did. I'm not sure if it did though.
Probably.
It probably
Wouldn't be
did. I haven't.
surprised knowing
I
it.
kind of lost track of the game.
iPads or iPhone? I can't remember which one. It might be
I to this day still play
three.
Skate 3. That's how much I love the game. Like, does that
Mm.
not tell you something? Like, it
Yeah,
was one of those games you could just do anything.
I could be
Um,
Yeah.
thinking of the wrong skate game, but there's a skate game that I used to play on my iPad all the time. I think it was like Real Skate or something.
Real Skate or Skate Party, one of those little iPad
Yeah,
ones.
one of them.
I had
Yeah.
Skate
That was
Party
so
4. That
fun.
We
was the
got to do like
best.
top 5 mobile games
Oh, that would
Yes.
be a good one.
eventually down the road. Maybe not like maybe like do it like episode 10, like around that
Mm,
era, because
Yes.
I feel like it's a bit too soon doing it right
yeah.
after.
Yeah.
Lockie, numero
My,
2.
num- my number 2 is Need for Speed Heat.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's a
I
good
think
game.
I think my favorite Need for Speed is probably Pursuit or Hot
Mm.
Pursuit. I think it
Pursuit,
was.
yeah.
If it was Hot
Okay,
That's
Pursuit,
can we all admit Rivals was a big letdown?
yes.
yeah.
Thank you.
But Need for Speed Heat, it gives you more freedom to upgrade your cars.
Mm,
It's similar to real life, but it's not at the same time, you know?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like it's not too realistic, but it's still realistic.
Mm.
But yeah.
Yeah. It is. I think the older Need for Speed games are definitely like where it's peaked.
Oh yeah.
That were fun as.
Apart from Need for Speed Heat, to this day, they've done so good.
Yeah.
Oh, meaning as well as Need for Speed Heat, but yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a common theme with games nowadays. Like the graphics and all look better. It's just the
Yeah.
gameplay isn't.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that, I hope
Josh.
GT86 doesn't belly flop.
I have a funny feeling it will. I'm not sure why.
Oh yeah.
Josh, numero 1, favorite game of all time.
Modern Warfare 2. don't even ask me why.
That's why Black Ops 4, Black Ops 2 was like...
This for some reason, I'm not even sure why, it was actually the first Call of Duty I ever played, may I add.
Exactly the same. I played it against my dad and I lost.
Exactly. I played it with a friend. I think it was Chase I played it with. But yeah, it was the first Call of Duty game I ever played, and then after that it would have been Halo Reach, but that's not a Call of Duty game. But shooter games wise, yeah. Damn, Halo Reach only makes 6. Kind of start on my list.
I think for me, if Modern Warfare 2 would definitely be my top 10. If I had to expand my top 5 from last week to top 10, Modern Warfare 2 is there. Campaign was great. The Spec Ops was the greatest it's ever been, and the multiplayer.
We had no Russian. No Russian.
The multiplayer was the best COD until 2012, and I'm just gonna say that might be Black Ops 2.
Yes.
Lockie.
Can we also do honorable mentions? Because I've got a few honorable mentions.
Yeah, sure. I might actually chuck in one of.
Gran Turismo 6. Who doesn't remember Gran Turismo 6?
Oh my god! If you don't remember Gran Turismo 6, you don't have a life.
Alright, on the topic of car games, Ridge Racer 7.
Oh.
I'm going retro.
On the topic of car games, guess what? Forza's not actually my favorite car game. Bam.
Forza Horizon 3.
No, it's number 2. Number 2 is the best, don't even. Number 2 is in Italy, of all places. Like, who would think to set it in Italy?
I'm not sure. It's not like Italy's pretty big on cars or anything. I think the more out there one was Australia, and it worked. It was kind of
sort
weird.
of.
Yeah, I know.
It sort of worked.
It was kind of weird seeing the 12 apostles.
It was kind of weird seeing all 12 out of the 3 left standing. Bruh.
Yeah. That's the weird part. Yeah.
London Bridge was still there. Yeah, because that's what one of them was called.
Can I chuck in another honourable mention? Civ 6 for my list last week. Modern Warfare 2. Black Ops 1. Another one. What else do I want to chuck in?
Rainbow Six Vegas. Oh, I love that one. That makes my 6th actually. That's my honourable mention.
Yeah.
I got another one. What's it called? Forza Motorsport 7.
Oh, I have that. That's really fun. It's a painfully tricky game, but it's fun otherwise.
I just loved on the Bathurst one and the Nürburgring.
Oh, the Nürburgring. We made a 20-lap Nürburgring. Each lap is 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Alright.
We changed drivers. It got that painful.
My number 1 is Forza Horizon 3.
Oof.
That one hits a little.
It hits home for us.
Number
it's
2.
Literally our home.
Yeah.
Exactly. And plus, I love it because I can put a massive bull bar on the front of a ute and I can smash into people.
And you can smash into the 12 apostles.
I just loved riding all the way.
It actually be like 3 instead of all 12.
I just loved writing the lyrics to Mr. Sandman on the side of a Sandman. Yeah. That was pretty fun.
I think my favorite part...
That took 3 hours.
My favorite part of that game was instead of going to the parts of Australia I haven't been to win it, but just going to the bits I actually had been to. And like stuff that's like kind of close and like just down the road.
Oh, you know what did hurt though? They didn't have all the road.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
No, it's like in a AAA franchise as big as Forza, to see something that's literally down the road from you is really cool. Now, a lot of Americans probably have experienced that before, who live in like LA or New York or Miami.
Yeah, you got look at them strip along the side of LA.
But for us in Australia, where no games are set here, none.
There's 2. I know of like 2.
Yeah,
but one's very loosely based here.
Yeah, it's really cool to see things that is down the road, literally like a half an hour drive away in some cases.
And it's also good that we can actually relate to what we're looking at. Whereas if we go play American games, we have no idea what we're looking at. We have no idea if it looks like how it should or whatever.
Yeah. I think the only real other game where I've got that satisfaction of seeing something that's down the road from me in real life is the AFL games.
Yeah.
And that's literally based on an Australian sport. Also, honourable mention for sports games are AFL Live from 2010. It's the best AFL game
So
to
say
this
if
day.
you're also sort of if you're gonna say
playing that
MLB
with
the show
mates.
out of the park.
Yeah. Out of the Park is good. It's way too in depth. But yeah, that's probably once again we're gonna spend majority of the podcast on this topic, but that's all good. Now Josh, quickly go over Fortnite, no, quickly go over the MLB. We can all
Do your rants.
Yeah, let's do some rants and then head off. Josh, Fortnite, go. What's new about Season 3? Season 3 2.
3, Chapter 2, 3, Season 3, whatever the hell this thing is. It's a mess. They sunk the island. What were they thinking? The goddamn Waterworld? You know, that was a terrible movie. They've just done that, but with a game. I'm sorry, Waterworld fans, you get stuffed.
And
It was a terrible movie.
apparently it's actually bad. Like,
it's terrible. I actually played it today and then I deleted it because it was taking up 87 gigabytes of storage.
Jesus
Retarded.
Christ.
And the gameplay was laggier than an apricot on steroids.
Alright.
Yeah.
Honestly, who still plays Fortnite? Come on,
people.
honestly.
Emma.
A lot of people.
There's better
No,
games
like
out
I've
there
got
than Fortnite.
at school, like we'll sit down and there's like half the class is like, "Oh, Fortnite Season 3 comes out tonight." And I'm like, "Please,
Shush.
for
Stop
the love
existing.
of Jesus Christ himself, shut up."
Oh god.
Okay.
It's another one for Apocalypse
Please
Bingo.
play something else. I don't care if you even play NBA 2K or goddamn the new AFL games, which are terrible.
Hey, 2K's alright. 2K's alright.
Yeah. I just hate basketball.
It's something.
It's better than nothing.
It's better than Madden.
Oh,
least
you know
on
what
that.
really hurts me too?
What?
The skins. There's the one character. It's a female. I think her name's Jules. Or something like that.
How dare they add a
The amount of
Just
the amount
get
of tattoos on there, disgraceful. Also, the only thing of skin that you see on her that isn't covered in tattoos is her face, and may I say that is an ugly face. Sorry.
So Fortnite bad? Alright, cool. Next topic.
Very.
Fortnite bad, Minecraft
Fortnite's
good.
always
Alright?
been bad.
My turn to rant. Okay.
Here we go.
This is to the Major League Baseball this is the Major League Baseball club owners and especially to the commissioner, Robert Manfred. Quit your jobs. Right goddamn now. Okay?
Thank you, Caleb.
Quit your jobs. Now, you can call the players greedy for wanting to get paid, but at the same time, you're the same guys who, if there was no virus, would have agreed to pay these guys normally. Now, if you don't know what's going on, the MLB and the owners and the commissioner, Rob Manfred, aka the biggest spud on earth, and the Players Association, you can clearly tell on the side of the players, even though they are kind of being a bit annoying, basically are trying to restart the MLB season after having to cut it in pre-season, aka spring training, due to the virus, back in March. Now,
The virus is stupid.
yeah,
It
now
is.
they're trying to get the season started up again. Big problem. They're arguing on how to get paid. Originally, they were arguing on if they should get paid. Basically, give them the money. Like everyone splits the money up, and it's like barely all the players get nothing because apparently the owners are poor, despite being literal billionaires. All right,
Yeah,
keep that
I
in mind.
reckon they should donate their money.
Yeah,
to
keep this in
the
mind, right?
players.
Or you can do the thing they agreed upon before they were deciding if they were having a season or not, and that was if they do have a season, if they play half the games that they usually would. So in an MLB season, they play 162 games, right?
Mhm.
This is excluding playoffs.
Mhm.
Half the games is 81. Now, they agreed to get paid on a prorated salary, which is pretty much if a guy is making, let's say, for example, $20 million a year, and they play half a season, then, well, what's half of 20 million, guys?
Don't know. I don't do maths.
Josh?
10 million, I just said.
Yes, that's how much they would get paid, because they only played half the season. Makes sense, right? That's fair, right?
Yeah.
Now, not many players are getting paid 20 million. I'm just going to say that. They agreed to do that. And then the owners tried to backtrack and they've said, no, you guys get to, we give you, it's 50-50. We get 50% and you guys get 50% of the overall revenue. That is stupid.
Yeah,
you agreed to a deal already. So eventually, finally, after proposals getting back and forth, they've agreed, yes, we will do the prorated salary. They've agreed to do that now, finally, after about 3 weeks. Now, they're arguing on how many games they're going to play.
Oh my god.
The owners, obviously, because if they play more games, they're going to have to pay more money. Right? Mm-hmm. So they want like a 60 to 50 game season. Where the players, not only would they get more money if they play, they also want to play. Obviously, they want to play. They want to play more. So they say they want to play like 70 to 80 games, which is about half the season. So now, they're back and forth just for about... Now, they promised... They were saying that we were originally gonna have the season by about July. By about June or July, right?
Mm-hmm.
According to those original deals, the season should have started by now. They're still arguing. They're still going back and forth. It's really stupid. Now, this is why Commissioner Rob Manfred should be fired or leave and resign his job. Last week, he said, we are 100% gonna play a season. And got literally everyone's hopes up. And then about a week later, he comes out and says he's not confident there will be a season.
We are 100% not going to play.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what he said, pretty much. He pretty much said, yeah, we're probably not going to have a season.
As long as they don't do an estimate, then you get a sixth player.
Yeah, so now, here's their problem. Next year, the collective bargaining agreement ends. Their agreement on a bunch of like contract things and like how many games they played normally and all that stuff, that agreement ends. Usually, when this contract ends, the players will try to get more things, like say, or the owners will try to get more things. For example, a salary cap, which back in the 90s, we lost about the end of the season, lost the World Series because when the CBA ran out and they were agreeing, the owners wanted to bring a salary cap in, the players said no, and then the players went on strike and we lost the season. That could happen next year. And this year is already in doubt because they're arguing on how many games to play. So this could mean nearly 2 years without MLB playing.
No.
The amount of money that they could lose from this is ridiculous. It could shut down the league if it's that bad. Okay? This is why I'm taking the side of the players, because the owners are billionaires. And they also agreed to things. Okay? They agreed to things.
Don't the baseball players have families?
Yes, they do.
How else are they meant to support them? This is their career.
Yeah, exactly. This is their main job. And here's the thing. The owners are also trying to slash minor league players. Minor league players, compared to major league players, make nothing. Minor league players make zilch, okay? They make nah. And all the clubs, all the owners are cutting minor league players, like saying, we're not going to pay you. So there are major league players, right, coming out and saying, all right, we're going to pay for you. Major league players who are already not getting paid are going to have to pay the minor leaguers who are straight up told they're not getting paid because the owners need to keep money. And this is the same with staff members. In Puerto Rico, the Los Angeles Angels had to... No, it wasn't Puerto Rico. It was the Dominican Republic. The Los Angeles Angels got rid of all their Dominican Republic employees at their camp they've got there. So I think Albert Pujols, he's a gun for him. He agreed to pay all the workers their money, which is really nice of him, and it's also because he's on like
really generous. Yeah,
he's also on a massive contract and he has the money to do it. So
and also think of it, he's gonna feel good after doing that because he's still putting a roof over their head,
especially in the Dominican Republic where the economy, the living standards there are really bad, and
they don't really have an
Albert
economy.
Pujols is sort of a person that's grew up in that, and especially in the Dominican, the national pride they have is on another level. Okay, They love their country on a national scale so much, and the national pride that they already have for Albert Pujols, that they look up to them as gods. These Dominican baseball
players.
They
love their country more than us Australians.
Yes,
love
they do. It is on another level. Like, you think we love our country? The goddamn Dominican, man.
No, I don't care about the country. I love meat pies and
the culture.
Snacks. Hey, what's wrong with a good old bun and snag? Onion,
meat pie. Yep.
Yeah.
Got
onion, tomato sauce.
So,
what else? Yeah, I can't think.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Go on with rolls. But yeah, you get why I'm angry and why a lot of the baseball community is angry and why everyone in the baseball community is angry. I had my first training session back yesterday, and I had the conversation about it. Everyone doesn't want Rob Manfred. Everyone wants him fired. He's always done a bunch of stupid crap before this, so it's not the first stupid thing he's done. He's been doing stupid crap for ages.
That sounds a lot like me.
Alright.
But only stuff
that's pretty much all we have to say. Anyone want to say anything before we close it out?
Not really.
I'd thank you for both coming on. And sort of emergency, both of you really, and it came in for the emergency backup. Thanks heaps, guys. Honestly,
no worries.
Definitely have you both on another time, but and hopefully we'll be able to get literally every single person that's been on the show on for once. That would be kind of cool.
That'd be nice.
All right, thanks heaps for listening,
100 watching. Everyone comes on. 100 likes and everyone comes on.
Yeah, it would. It's a bit. I don't know. It's a bit of a tough ask from
Oh well, people that dedicated to watching this.
See you in 2 weeks, I guess. Thanks for listening, guys, and yeah.